In the heart of snow-covered forests, under the scorching sun of the desert, and even surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves, a fearless warrior emerges. Small in size, yet an immeasurable power burns within him. He not only challenges his enemies, but brings them to their knees. These battles are more than just fights. Join us as we witness these thrilling confrontations together. A giant snake has coiled around a badger, and a fierce battle begins. The snake tries to strangle the badger with its deadly power, but the badger fiercely resists with its sharp claws and wild growls. Amidst the struggle, a jackal enters the scene, its eyes shining with cunning. It quickly approaches and attacks the badger, circling around in search of an easy prey. The jackal tries to bite the snake, but only grazes its skin, and the snake swiftly escapes. After a tense moment, the badger manages to free itself and pulls the snake's tail toward the dry bushes. Observing this, one jackal attacks the snake's head, and another joins in. Both jackals move forward with pride and cunning, while the badger continues pulling the snake. One jackal decides to deal with the badger, forcing it to release the snake. A brief but intense fight ensues, with the badger pushing the jackal back before returning to the snake. Finally, through clever tactics, the badger kills the snake and drags it triumphantly toward the bushes, watching the jackals closely, ready to feast. What do you think? Will the jackals attack again, or will the badger keep its prey? I believe that the badger's bravery and persistence will deceive the jackals and secure the snake. Share your thoughts in the comments. In another scene near a wooden house, a few people are gathered, watching a badger hiding under the house. A woman throws a piece of meat in front of the house and attaches a string to it, slowly pulling the meat outside. The badger, emerging from its hiding place, heads toward the meat. Suddenly, the family dog enters the scene and strikes the badger on the back. The badger, shocked by the attack, quickly turns toward the dog and begins to chase it. The dog, frightened by the badger's rage, runs away with great speed. Let's review again. Notice how the dog bites the badger's tail, and the badger, enraged, chases after it. However, it fails to catch the dog. If the badger had managed to catch the dog, it would have been a costly mistake for the dog. But due to the dog's greater speed, the badger is unable to catch up and the dog successfully escapes. Before we dive into the next exciting scenes, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create even more engaging videos for you. In a scene in a snow-covered forest, two wolves approach the badger from both sides, one from the front and the other from behind. They begin attacking the badger, and despite his efforts to defend himself, the badger is forced to retreat. The wolves push the badger toward the trees, and although he continues to resist, their constant attacks cause him to eventually give in. One of the wolves leaves, while the other continues its attack until the struggle ends. After a while, the badger moves to another spot and begins digging a hole in the snow. The wolf that had been part of the confrontation earlier arrives at the place and doesn't immediately notice the badger digging. Then he realizes that the badger is digging and moves toward him. When their eyes meet, the badger pauses for a moment and, unexpectedly, suddenly charges at the wolf. Terrified, the wolf flees, and the badger chases after him. However, the wolf, due to his greater speed and agility, manages to escape from the badger. In the end, the badger proves that not only can he resist his enemies, but he can also force them to flee. In another scene, a pack of wolves had formed a tight circle around two honey badgers. A fierce battle was underway. Everything seemed chaotic and tumultuous. The badgers, though smaller, were resilient. One of them, deeply wounded, kept fighting bravely, countering every wolf's attack with bites or claw strikes. The other, however, was frightened. It kept retreating and avoided getting too close to the wolves. The wolves were angry and numerous, and their circle tightened moment by moment. The struggle was intense and loud, but didn't last long. In the end, the badgers, unable to endure the fight any longer, decided to retreat and quickly fled the scene. The wolves, no longer interested in pursuing them, abandoned the fight, and the confrontation came to an end. Did you enjoy the video? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to stay updated on all our future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.